Hi, you guys. Leanne Holitza here at the Healing Studio. Hopefully, you guys are able to hear me. Give me a little thumbs up when you can, just a like somewhere or comment, yes, I can hear. That'd be great. Hi for all of you who joined already from YouTube. So, just a little hack awareness as far as using this platform. So we're going to do readings today. We're going to do, if you type in me, please, in the comments, I will give you a card. I'll get to as many of you as I can during your time. I've pretty much been able to get to everybody most days. But if you join through YouTube lets you comment earlier, so you get kind of on the list faster. Because I get 3 streams coming in, YouTube and a couple Facebook pages. So like I see you, Mary. Hi, Mary. You're coming in from Facebook, and that's fallen down on my list just because of the YouTube format lets you comment sooner. So just so you know, I'm not skipping over you on purpose. I'm getting to all of you as fast as I can, but I have a big list already. Couple of announcements really quick about Insightful Inspirations events. We just had Lisa Schultz here, always full. She was full this weekend, last Friday. She's coming again, I think, in October. So I would recommend getting a ticket if you want to get a medium reading. We have a drum circle on the 19th, which has been getting lots of, rave reviews. Sound bath this Tuesday, and then the 21st, Sunday. We have a healing retreat coming up on August 20th, maybe. Meaning if we kind of need to get that kind of organized at this point, and so we're just trying to decide whether or not it's a go or a no-go, if we have enough people signed up. It's going to be a small group, but it has to be a certain amount for us to do the lunch and all that stuff. So if you want to do that, don't hesitate to sign up. And then Energy Awareness 1, my class where I teach you guys how to read energy, is coming back up again on August 25th, and that's from 6 to 8. It's 8 weeks, and that's the last time I'm going to offer it until I think maybe March or April of next year. So really only offer it like once or twice a year. So if you want to learn to understand energy more, that would be a good place to go. All right. And as always, too, you could check out the Light Council. The Light Council has really interesting channelings about our time that we're in and the problems that we're feeling and the fears that we're addressing. So yeah, I think that's it. So let's play. Okay. So today I'm using a rutilated quartz, which is our it's got, it doesn't do it justice. There's like these beautiful little streaks in it. Sometimes there's flecks. Really amplifying quartz. It amplifies basically anything you're trying to work on. So we're going to use that. I've got Amanda Ellis's Soul Stars energy spray today, which I'll surrogate you guys with. And then I'm going to use this Wisdom from the Other Side deck and our Yantra deck. Okay, so when you type me, please, that's where you're going to get your single readings. But first, we're going to start off with a reading for all of us for the week. We're going to see what qualities of energy are coming through. And then we will do a 1, 2, 3 for those of you who are watching later. Thanks for watching later. And those of you who are watching live, you can get your first pick. If you hear a card that sounds like it's for you, it probably is, even if your name is not on the screen at the moment. And if we see a card 3 times, it's for all of us. It's a collective message, and sometimes I'll read the book or something. Okay. All right. Let's see what's coming up. So for this week, surrender upside down. Surrender's been coming up a lot. A lot of people are coming actually needing kind of almost like a spiritual lifeguard to kind of throw them in the lifeboat. But then people who are, kind of struggling, they're struggling with their lifeboat energy, even just to get in the lifeboat because they're not trusting it. And there's just a lot of flailing around. So this week, just notice where you're not allowing energy to flow. Impeccability. So this card is our helper card, and this card basically is saying that you can't really get off track because you're always, you're an infinite loving, unconditional loving being. So you can't get away from your true essence, but you can kind of feel like you are off track. So just acknowledge where you might be feeling off track and how you might actively put yourself back on track this week. And then last but not least, the end of the week, there are going to be some choices to be made, which, that's kind of a blessing and a curse. Sometimes choices can make us feel a little overwhelmed. If the choice has already been made, sometimes it's easier. But all right, let's build on this and see what else we got. So first we're going to do 1, 2, 3. So you pick your card, and so 1, so just see what you resonate with. 2, 3. So do you resonate with 1, 2, or 3? Okay. So if you picked 1, this week you're going to be focused on the trees. Wisdom of the long-standing earth. The trees have stayed in one spot watching over the changes on the planet. They have lots and lots of wisdom about presence and that kind of thing. So get out in nature, hug a tree if you picked 1. If you picked 2, it's this week's going to be a discerning some things. So remember the impeccability card that we saw and the choices card. There's going to be some ways that you're going to be asked to discern what's really true. How can you tap in? This is why I love the energy awareness class, because it helps you learn to listen to the energy fields a little bit more. But the discernment is going to be real important for you who picked 2. And if you picked 3, you're going to be working on cleaning up some clutter. Okay, so that's going to be really important. And that could be mind clutter, it could be physical clutter. It's just a matter of just getting yourself organized and trying to figure out what is important to keep around and what is best to move on or pass on. Okay, all right, let's get started. Rob has the hack of the day. He's got the first reading. Okay, Rob, your card is energy. All right. So basically, this is just about you going forward, letting yourself acknowledge that there's the energy of expansion is the most important energy for you. So just work on expanding this week and seeing where you have energy to move forward. If you don't have energy, that might be telling you something too. Might be time to pause or pivot. Okay. Kelly wins number 2 prize for the YouTube hack today. You are on a journey. Okay. So this week for you, she's got her bags packed. She's got the planet she's looking at. And this is really an effortless thing. Okay. So letting yourself just acknowledge life is constantly a journey. And you don't necessarily need a destination all the time. It's good sometimes to just be spontaneous. So this week too, I'm hearing from your guides, trust that you have all the tools you need for the next steps you are being asked to take. Okay. All right. Cece, it's good to see you the other day. Here is your card. Release the past. Okay. So this is a good message for the stage that you're in. And really, it's, sometimes it takes us a while to detox from a past habit. And it takes just some time to deprogram and kind of clear ourselves out. So just acknowledge that that might be what's going on for you. Okay. This week, a little bit of releasing or detoxing from the past. Tiff, you are, if you picked trees again, you're getting it again. So trees for you, okay? Out in wisdom, stability. Wood is like that stability, that strength, really letting yourself have that element of, pause this week, okay? All right, Michaela, please. Thank you. Throat center for you. So focusing on using your voice, being keep in mind the cards that we picked already. Okay, so understanding that being impeccable with your words, saying what you mean, but also saying what you mean, like actually use your voice. Okay, this week is going to be important to do that. All right, did you see your little orb fly by? That was a little orb for you on that one. Use your voice. Light transformations. Proof. Okay. So this is your guides and your other side helpers are trying to prove themselves to you this week. Prove that they're there, prove that they're supporting you, prove that you are not alone. Okay? So watch those signs, which I know you do, and just be in loving awareness of it and don't worry that there's anything wrong. Just know that they are trying to tell you that they're there so you don't feel so alone. Okay? Barbara. You also got throat center. Okay. So working on using your voice, speaking your truth. I'm also hearing being cautious with what you say, knowing you can't take your words back. So say what you mean, and try to be aware of where you might be hurt. So then you're speaking hurtfully and that kind of thing. Okay. All right. Smile. You got the child within. Time to go have some fun, go play, have some enjoyment, new beginnings. Let yourself get clear of adult responsibilities once in a while and just go play. They'll take care of you. Cynthia, your guides are telling you, oh, there it is, you guys, trees for the third time. That's for all of us now. I'm going to pull the book out just in case there's a message I'm missing. So Cynthia, out into nature, being solid, being present. Let me, like I said, let me just kind of look at it here and scan it for a second. So it's basically, it's long-standing wisdom. It's doing, cleansing the air, and the idea that it's like an assistance. We have a symbiotic relationship with each other. And then it's also talking about the connection with the earth, and truthfully, go and ask the trees for advice is what this says. Like, go really sit with a tree and say, tell me what to do next, and see what you kind of notice about how that tree is living, where it's living, and how it's survived and gotten through the times. Okay. So Cynthia, go hug a tree. All of us go hug a tree this week. All right, Diane. Okay, clutter. So if you got this card at the beginning, you're getting it again. This is good time to focus on cleaning things out, cleaning up the house, making sure that what you got in front of you is what you want in front of you, and get rid of the rest, because there's probably someone else who would rather have it than you. Okay, Natalie. Oh, you also got the child within. Okay, so a little playfulness, a little bit of remembering, what did you like to do as a child? How did you find joy in life? And how can you do a little bit of that today? Um, just allowing yourself. It's funny, I just heard from my guides. When I was a kid, I just was like, I was all about the babies. I was all about mothering my baby doll children. And they were so gentle and sweet and never talked back. Just like real mothering, right? So anyways, it's just go back and be silly and be playful. Robin. Robin, release the past. Second time we've seen this one too. All right, so let yourself acknowledge that you don't need to worry about it, and that you can, whatever has happened, and you can detox from the past and move into a future self. Letting yourself alchemize, okay? All right. Kimberly, sending you some positive vibes. You are on a journey. Gee, didn't you know that, right? So this card, though, really, I'm hearing from those of you who are getting this card this week, the bags are packed. You have what you need. Let yourself be lifted into a spiritual awareness, as far as like, this is happening for a reason. You may not know what it is yet, but allow yourself. And I know it can be really annoying to hear that when you're like suffering, but holding space for that suffering rather than needing to change it sometimes lets the wisdom come through faster. Okay. All right, Vanessa, I see you. And then I saw later you did Daniel. I'll get to Daniel too when I get there. But here's your card, Vanessa. Oh, third time's a charm, everybody. The child within. So here we go. We're going to be working on our inner child too. Let me just scan the page and see if I'm missing anything and listen to Vanessa's guides. Your inner child needs your attention. Time to speak to that inner self and listen to that inner self's perspective. There's so much to learn from that point of view that you may have forgotten. So wonder and joy is a big part of this too. You can kind of see how cute and wondrous she looks. Get back in touch with that person that chose to be here and incarnate on this time in the planet. That's one of the things the Light Council's been talking about, the guides have been talking about, is you guys chose to be here during this really intense time. And so embrace it, enjoy it. It is a unique experience that you want to have, even if it feels a little rough. Okay. All right, Nicole and Seth. Nicole, oh, third time's the charm for this one too. Release the past. Okay. So it's not necessary to keep, you can see how you can kind of suffer over and over if you just keep thinking about the past. And I keep hearing the word detox, detoxing from the past. No need to look back. It's time to release yourself from decisions that you've made that maybe didn't work out. Everything really does happen for a reason and takes you in those lessons and those pathways. So don't feel bad about those choices. Just alchemize them into, transcend it, come into now with it. Okay. That's that is that's a message for all of us, but I'm hearing, you know, don't assign your mistakes of your past to the future generations either, just because they don't necessarily aren't doing what they're doing for the same reasons you did what you did. Okay. Seth, journey, third time's a charm for that one as well. You guys were getting all these collective messages. So this is basically that you have everything that you need to keep moving forward on the journey. Anyone okay, listen to this line in the book. Anyone can do the easy path. It takes fortitude to endure the rocky roads and swift waters. You're being asked to trust the journey that will lead you to your highest self, and you are not alone. All right. So this message I'm hearing from this card. We have everything we need to do what we're doing right now. So everybody just, keep asking your unseen helpers for help, keep trusting yourself and all of those good spaces, okay? All right, Janice, you got healer. So a little bit of time to embrace your healing self, and how sometimes even your presence or your laugh or your smile is all that is needed to be brought to the situation. You don't even need anything else. Everything else is just a bogged down thing. So just be in touch with your heart this week. I'm getting really just to open up to the fact that your very presence has healing energy. Okay. Tanya, light the way. I think you got this one before, if I remember. I don't know. I do this too much. Okay, Tanya. So this is about you being a leader. This is about you not necessarily going backwards and pulling people through, but instead to just keep going forward in your lighted path and be your lighted self and let people make a choice about whether or not they're going to follow you or not. Okay. Miranda. Your card for the week is also Light the Way, and I swear I shuffled. So you're getting this card to remind you that it doesn't take effort to lead, especially if you're in a place where you just have some wisdom that everybody needs, and all you have to do is just be that wisdom, and like everybody will fall in line with seeing the path that you're taking. Remember that path card that we got this week. So it's following your own path and then letting other people make choices about that. Diana, listen to the animals. So this week, some time to watch for signs, watch for those animals in the trees, watch for those animals on the ground, watch for, where there is communication coming, even just you know, from wisdom of being in touch with the animal kingdom. Okay. So the animals have a lot of wisdom about what's happening right now with the earth that we don't have. And sometimes it's nice to tune into that. Gina, you're going to be an observation. I feel like you got this card too. Okay, well, if you guys are getting repeat cards, your guys are like, hello. So just pause. Just pause, wait, see the time in this. It's maybe not time yet to make any decisions, but remember that impeccability card talking about being on the path, giving yourself awareness that there's maybe going to be a time where the path is going to be obvious and you're just waiting and watching and preparing. Okay. Helena. Compassion. Okay, so compassion, Kalina, this week, especially for yourself and the path that you've been on, this is a good week to express and experience unconditional love. It's an expansive energy. It helps you open up to more expansiveness. Of course, my light decided to die. I feel like maybe the guides use the light and then it dies quick because it should last way longer than it does. Oh, anyways, Melissa, your card. Oh, the trees again. Trees, trees, trees. Go hug a tree. Really, I am seeing that the way and the choice of the tree, the way the tree grows, and that kind of thing is also going to be important. So paying attention to that, so that you can have some wisdom about like how to meander, I guess, through your growth process. Because you know how trees sometimes grow sideways, or they'll grow through a little spot. I'm also hearing for you to look for the volunteers. So those are the trees that grow up without being planted, that they're just kind of out there. See if you can find out why they're volunteering, where they're volunteering, and see what that message is for you. Okay. Althea. Oh my goodness. The trees are literally like, you guys, we are serious. Go talk to us. We have some information for you. So again, just that long-standing wisdom, that presence, that you don't have to always be moving forward. You don't always have to be growing in an obvious way. Sometimes it's not obvious when the trees are growing, but the trees have been here longer than us. So, all right, Jordan, you got mirror. Okay. So this card is asking you to see. So remember the impeccability card and the path card. What is life trying to get you to see as far as mirroring goes? And how can you let yourself kind of use that mirror to make different choices? Okay. So really pay attention to the world mirroring back to you, this, what's going on inside of you. Aaron, dreams. Aaron, oh, pay attention to your dreams. They have some information for you about what's going to happen next, and letting yourself acknowledge that you are a very wise soul who's constantly communicating with the etheric energies, and the dreams can help you piece that together. Okay. And I have to say, yes, Althea says the forest needs love. I agree. Paying attention to the large areas of trees. All right, Mary, finally got to the Facebook land here. All right, Mary, your card is B. That's pretty simple, isn't it? Just be with what's happening right now. Try not to make a lot of quick movements or do a lot of jerky decision making. It's more just like paying attention and just being with what's going on. Okay. Christy and Kira. Christy, you're just in observation at the moment. It's not time to make a leap yet. Just paying attention to what is coming. And I'm kind of seeing this like almost a Frogger game where you're kind of waiting for the opportunities to float by. And if the opportunity isn't right, it's okay to let it pass. And then so you don't have to grab the first opportunity, basically. All right, Kira, you got the journey card too, which has been what everybody's been getting today. You have everything you need. You are on a path to going into a new journey, but you don't have to worry about whether or not you can handle it, because you always have what you need inside of you to handle what's coming next. Okay. Andrea. Yes, third time's a charm for light the way. Let me go look at that. But this is, again, I'm hearing you don't have to do anything in order to light the way. It's just simply get on your path, be happy about that, and see how other people want to be involved. Okay. So let's see. I'm gonna just scan it for a second. It's not about being arrogant to shine. It's about being the beacon others need in order to see their own light. Be true to the essence of who you are. Ask for help if you need assistance seeing your own light or to see who might need you right now. It's important for you to stand and shine as others around you are losing their way. You already know how to do this. Okay, be big, be bright, be you. That's kind of the message from this card. So this is for all of us, but Andrea, since you're pulling the card through again, you needed the message to hear again because yes, okay. All right, Heidi. Oh, there it is again, Journey. Already read the book. So basically, just you guys, when the cards come over and over like this, it's like, please listen to us. Please, please, please. Everybody's ready to go. Everybody's ready to move. Movement's going to be really important, especially when the choices are going to be ready to be made this week. So just paying attention to that, okay? Goodness. Okay, Becky. You have clairaudient. Ooh, I haven't seen this card in this deck yet. So this card is basically saying, listen to your guides, listen to how you're hearing. Clairaudience is literally like hearing music, hearing something whisper, hearing sounds that maybe nobody else hears. Just paying attention to that this week, and don't be freaked out. Okay. All right. Page. Okay, third times we've seen the observation card now. So pause. I feel again that I feel this like waiting to get on the escalator. Like I feel the sensation of like, don't jump yet. But let me just look at the book and see. Step back and observe. Do not judge. Do not advise. Just observe. You have the opportunity to understand what is happening from a different perspective. Use this information to make your best decision for yourself. You do not have to do it the same old way. Okay. So I really do feel like it's like wait for the timing to be right. That's what I'm feeling for this. Okay. And since it's come again for all of us, everybody wait for your timing, pay attention to your path. Again, I'm hearing from Christie's guides that same thing they're saying to everyone is you do not have to take the first offer just because it's there. You might need to wait and see what else is coming. Okay. Ashley, you got the feeler card. First time I've seen this one too. Uh-oh, got a little bit of a lag. There you go. Okay, time to use your senses to feel in a little bit more to what is happening around you. You can actually feel energy fields if you use your hands. We're going to do that in kids class today, actually. Just kind of being aware of what the energy feels like around you, and use that to give yourself some time to acknowledge what might be going on there. Okay. Kamal, your card is also the child within, which we've seen and already read the book on. So just a little reminder, go back and be joyful. When you get offered joy, take advantage of it. If somebody says, let's go play, go play. Nobody wants to work all the time. Go play. So inner child play. Blair. Divine Father. Okay, so this is very much getting in touch with the divine masculine energy, being aware that it is, when it's in alignment, it can be very protective, very abundant in its ability to get things done. So just being in touch with the divine masculine energy this week and see how it wants to show up for you. Okay. All right, Joe. Joe, also light the way. Okay, so this is already read the book and everything. It's come for all of us already, but Joe, just a little reminder, just a little helper. Don't forget, all you have to do is show up with a smile and an open heart, and you are leading the way. And if you don't know how you can lead the way, ask somebody for help to show you. Okay. All right, Kimberly, quiet time for you, a little quiet time, a little time alone. Let yourself acknowledge that you can be quiet by yourself and that silence has a lot of divine information in it. Okay. All right. Daniel, I think we're going to do this, by the way. Becky, I see you posted another me please a little bit ago. So hopefully you just were listening just to what you got. And then I see Pamela Silsby, and then Janelle. Oh, you got Janelle for Donnie too, and Kathy. So we're coming. All right, Daniel, your card is the writer. Time to get some stuff written down. Time to get some wisdom on paper. And it's, sometimes this is the way that we pass wisdom down, is also reading a book that somebody else has given their wisdom to us as well. So I'm seeing that books are actually going to be really important for you right now. So acknowledging that there's some wisdom locked somewhere that maybe could be unlocked inside of you from reading, and then it would be good for you to then write it down. Okay. All right, Kathy, time to focus on yourself and building that picture of yourself and who you really even are and why you want to be, you know, who you want to be and how you want the world to see you and all of that. So this week's a good week to reflect on that, especially with that impeccability card and the path. Are you on the path you want to be on? Okay, Janelle, you also got writer. Okay, so we're coming up on the same messages. The guides kind of clump together and hang out with their friends. So same messages, Daniel, really paying attention to some books, get some new inspiration from some texts that are written down, and maybe make your own down some your hard cam is being funky. So maybe that's also represents a little bit of your energy blipping in and out a little bit heart wise. And so Donnie, this week would be a good week for you to go and find ways to feel healed, especially in your ability to love and be loved. Okay. Pamela, you got mirror too. So pay attention to the things that are reflecting to you this week. They're probably reflecting uncomfortable things, to be quite honest. When we get these cards, it's a lot of times like, I don't want to see that myself. So, but I'm seeing it in you. So it's time for me to see it myself. So paying attention to those messages this week. Okay. All right, you guys. Did I get to all of you? I think I mentioned already, if you are interested in the 20th retreat, it's a mini retreat. It's just for the day. We're going to be making a decision about whether or not to go forward on that, because we have to order lunches and things like that for that event this week. So don't forget to sign up if you do want to sign up. Also, the Light Council is really, a good place if you're feeling like you need some extra guidance about what's happening. They've been given some messages about these time periods. So, all right, you guys, I so appreciate you. I hope you have a wonderful week. I hope that your paths become clear. and I will see you later. All right. Bye.